Jing is a top 5 Nen user and is implied to still be getting stronger as he's only 34 years old and just started the biggest mission of his career exploring the Dark Continent. Hey, what's up everybody? It's LeeLos, and today we're talking about why Jing versus Yusuke is obvious. Stay steady in pursuit of your dreams and goals. You're born to win, you're made for greatness, and I definitely believe in you guys. Keep up the great work each and every day. So Jing versus Yusuke is a battle between two versions of the same fighting genius character type, both created by Togashi. Yusuke being the protagonist of Togashi's first major work, Yu Yu Hakusho, and Jing being the father of the protagonist of Togashi's second major work, Hunter x Hunter. Today we're going to analyze every single power-up and ability Yusuke receives during the Dark Tournament to find out overall how would Jing do battling Dark Tournament Yusuke. To start the video off, we have Yusuke at round 1 of the Dark Tournament versus full power Jing. So how strong is Yusuke during round 1 of the Dark Tournament? 2 arcs before the Dark Tournament begins, Yusuke was already so powerful that he defeated the leader of the Saint Beasts, Suzaku. Suzaku is a lightning demon with the power to catch lightning out of the sky, add his own demon aura to it to make it even stronger and faster, clones himself into 7 versions of himself, all equally as powerful as the original, and they all blast Yusuke with these powered up lightning arrows. Yusuke is fast enough to dodge 5 out of the 6 lightning arrows, bare minimum putting Yusuke's reaction speed at the speed of lightning, if not far greater due to the lightning being amped by demon aura and Yusuke dodging multiple of them at once. Yusuke then goes on to recover from this battle, become even more powerful, and is still shown to be massively weaker than Toguro using just 20% of his power. 20% Toguro is so powerful that Yusuke and Kuwabara hit him with a combo attack, both of them combining their strongest abilities, and it doesn't even damage Toguro. Toguro then shows 60% of his power to Yusuke and scares Yusuke so badly that he runs to Genkai's and takes her training seriously for the first time in his life. After this training, it's heavily implied that Yusuke believes he can defeat 60% Toguro, but is massively weaker than any other version of Toguro stronger than that. Seeing how 20% Toguro is safely twice as powerful as Suzaku at full power, and start of Dark Tournament Yusuke is relative to 60% Toguro, that means start of Dark Tournament Yusuke is 3 to 6 times as powerful and fast as the lightning demon Suzaku. Now Jing has yet to show his full power in the manga, but based on statements from the series, we can create a low ball and high ball estimation for his power. Jing, just like the other Zodiacs, is one of Netero's sparring partners. The Zodiacs are stated to be stronger than Morel and Nove, and Jing is stated to be stronger than the original vice president, Pariston. Jing is a top 5 Nen user and is implied to still be getting stronger as he's only 34 years old and just started the biggest mission of his career exploring the Dark Continent. Meanwhile, characters like Netero did not reach their true pinnacle of power with Nen combat until Netero was age 50. All this being said, because Jing is Netero's sparring partner, a safe middle ground estimate is to say Jing is relative in all stats to Netero, but has a different Hatsu ability. A crazy highball is to assume that Jing is the strongest Zodiac, stronger than Netero, and the highest level of highball would be that Jing is stronger than all the Zodiac together. And the lowest lowball interpretation for Jing is that Jing is the second weakest Zodiac, and Pariston is the overall weakest Zodiac, making Jing relative to Hisoka. Now, we'll be using the middle ground estimation of Jing's power moving forward in this video. This makes Jing relative to lightning and reaction speed. That is because post-mortem Nen Pito scales above Godspeed Killua in reaction speed, Meruem scales above Pito, and Netero is so fast that he slapped Meruem around thousands of times. Based on this interpretation, Jing's attack power would be relative to Netero's Buddha hand when Jing's using his Hatsu ability, and relative to Zero hand if Jing has a conditional Nen ability. Based on this scaling, Jing would be slower than Yusuke in reaction speed, with Yusuke being 3 to 6 times faster than Jing. Now, what's the difference between Yusuke and Jing's attack power? Yusuke would be 3 to 6 times stronger than Suzaku, with Suzaku being a character relative to end of Chimera Antarch Killua. Seeing how Netero scales to being several to dozens of times stronger than Uvojin, and our middle ground estimate for Jing is that he's relative to Netero, then that would mean Jing and round 1 Yusuke would be relative in hand-to-hand fighting power, with the slight advantage going to Jing. Until Yusuke uses the Spirit Gun, however. Yusuke's Spirit Gun in round 1 is stated to be 3 times weaker than the Spirit Gun Yusuke uses in his final battle against 80% Toguro, meaning round 1 Yusuke's Spirit Gun is 1/3 the strength of an attack relative to the Dragon of the Darkness Flame. The Dragon of the Darkness Flame having lore scaling it to Enma. The Darkness Flames are sentient flames from the deepest pits of the spirit world, with lore implying that it was originally one of Enma's techniques, with the Viz manga translations literally naming it the ultimate technique of the blazing fist of the Overlord, and the anime adding a scene where Koenma states that his father Enma told him about this technique long ago, but no one has ever mastered it. Enma being the overlord of the spirit world in Yu Yu Hakusho, and stated to be so powerful that just him getting angry in the spirit world causes natural disasters and 7.9 magnitude earthquakes, causing town level destruction casually, not even with attacks, just him getting angry in a completely different realm. With the Darkness Flame potentially being Enma's ultimate attack, and Start of Dark Tournament Yusuke's Spirit Gun is roughly 1/3 the strength of this dragon. Seeing how Netero, even with Zero Hand, could not kill Meruem, but the Rose Bomb instantly one-shot Meruem, that shows us that the Zero Hand is just a small fraction of the Rose Bomb's power. All this being said, this creates a simple scale that compares the power of round 1 Yusuke's Spirit Gun to Netero's Zero Hand. Netero's Zero Hand is a small fraction of the Rose Bomb's power, and round 1 Yusuke's Spirit Gun is around 1/3 the power of the Dragon of the Darkness Flame. And because the Dragon of the Darkness Flame scales above the Rose Bomb in attack potency, even on its lowest of interpretations, that means round 1 Yusuke's Spirit Gun is relative to Netero's Zero Hand, and Jing's conditional Nen ability as well, and may very well scale slightly above it. Furthermore, Yusuke can fire Spirit Gun 4 times in one fight. Based on this scaling, full power Jing is slower and considerably weaker than full power Yusuke round 1 of the Dark Tournament. So much so that if Yusuke lands even one Spirit Gun on him, Jing is almost 100% guaranteed to die. Jing, however, has a far greater fighting IQ than round 1 Yusuke. Yusuke at this point is still a beginner at fighting with aura and only has 6 months of total training, and is shown being outsmarted by normal high schoolers who just got their powers a few days ago, even after the Dark Tournament. So despite it being slightly more likely that round 1 Yusuke would just speed blitz and disintegrate Jing with a Spirit Gun, Jing still has a good chance of defeating Yusuke by outsmarting him mid-battle, and a very high chance of victory if Jing goes into the fight with a predetermined battle strategy similar to what Gon does to Genthuru during Greed Island. However, the moment Yusuke absorbs the Spirit Orb, the gap in power is so massive that no amount of planning could make up for it. The Spirit Orb narratively represents Genkai giving Yusuke nearly all of the power she had from her prime, and adding it on top of the already insane power Yusuke has after defeating Chu and numerous powerful opponents in the Dark Tournament. The Spirit Orb bare minimum made him 3 times stronger even with the Spirit Cuffs on, which is a training device that limits your aura level massively at all times. The moment Yusuke takes the Spirit Cuffs off, he's become so powerful that he's objectively surpassed 80% Toguro. He's damaging 80% Toguro just by punching him, not even using his Spirit Gun, something the Dragon of the Darkness Flame could never do, with Yusuke awakening his true power mid-fight that takes him even further beyond. End of the Dark Tournament, Yusuke is so powerful, all 12 Zodiac together would die fighting him. He's many times more powerful than the Dragon of the Darkness Flame and the Rose Bomb, which is shown to be the pinnacle of durability for the verse of Hunter x Hunter. One Spirit Gun would turn them all to ash because one Spirit Gun would be stronger than the Rose Bomb. Jing's only chance at victory is to outsmart round 1 through round 3 Yusuke. If Jing goes into the battle with an elaborate plan, then Jing would be more likely to win due to having a far superior fighting IQ than round 1 through round 3 Yusuke. But if Jing goes into the battle with no elaborate plan and tries to figure Yusuke out mid-fight, it's more likely that Yusuke would speed blitz and disintegrate Jing with a Spirit Gun even during round 1 through 3. 3 of the Dark Tournament. Round 4 of the Dark Tournament, Yusuke receives the Spirit Orb, and the moment Yusuke absorbs the Spirit Orb, the gap in power between Jing and Yusuke is so massive that the fight is no longer competitive at all. Even if Jing started the battle with an elaborate plan, he still gets overwhelmed and low-diffed by Spirit Orb Yusuke during the last round of the Dark Tournament. That's everything I wanted to say. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.